need a little strength today. Come on, yes, everyone's touching somebody.
Thank you, Jesus.
We're going to go before the throne of grace. Father God, in the name of Jesus, it's once again, God, that we first must tell you thank you. Thank you for it was you that woke us up this morning. It was you that started us on our way. It was you, oh God, that gave us the activity of our limbs. God, you put clapping in our hands. You put running in our feet. God, you put joy in our hearts. And you gave us peace in our minds. And for that, we want to tell you thank you. As we slept and slumber last night, oh God, you encamped your guardian angels round about us. God, you didn't allow death to overtake us. You didn't allow sickness to come in. God, you didn't allow fire to break out. You didn't even allow the water, the floods to come in. Oh God, and overtake us. And for that, we want to tell you thank you, oh God. God, there's none like you. There's none we can put you in the category with. God, you're God all by yourself. And so, God, before we ask you anything, we must tell you thank you, oh God. Thank you, because this is the day that you have made. And we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Why shall we rejoice, Father? Because you allowed us, God, to be a part of it. And for that, we want to tell you thank you. Now, God, for the next few moments, I'm asking you to have your way, oh God. God, speak through me, oh God, the word that you've imparted on the inside. God, I'm asking you to meet every need, God, in the name of Jesus. God, you have orchestrated this setting, God. And God, so we give you permission to do what it is, God, that you want to do, God, in the name of Jesus. We thank you for Dr. Locke. Thank you, oh God, for the Shopper Busters ministry. Thank you, oh God, for the vision they had, God, for this tea. And God, we're asking you to meet every woman, God, in the name of Jesus. Oh God, that came here, God, I stand as an intercessor today, oh God. I don't know every specific need, but God, you know. So God, I'm asking you, oh God, to answer, oh God, every petition, every request, God, in the name of Jesus. Strength like only you can. Heal like only you can. Deliver like only you can, God. Restore like only you can, God. Comfort like only you can, God. God, loose shackles like only you can. Destroy the yokes like only you can. Break every fetter, God, like only you can. And then most of all, give peace, God, where there is confusion, God, in the name of Jesus. And we thank you in advance, oh God, for how you're going to move. Thank you in advance, oh God, for your word. We thank you, God, and we give you glory. And we count everything done in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen and amen. We honor God, who is the head of our life, and we thank Him for this opportunity just to be in His house once again. We want to honor Dr. Locke. All the first ladies that I just met for the first time, I had Franklin, Lady Vicky, amen, Apostle. Come on, let's give them a hand. Allowed us to see another day. But not only that He's allowed us to see another day, but we just crossed over into a new month. Yes. Amen. This is the second day of June, and He has allowed us to see another month. I want to give honor in His absence, amen, to my bishop, my husband, pastor. Could you help me celebrate Bishop Dr. L. To stand strategically by His side. And I'm here because of Him. Amen. He allowed me to be here, and so we want to give Him honor. I'm not going to be before you long, but this is such an intimate setting, and God has given me a word just to encourage each one of you, because when Dr. Locke called me last year, it was the end of 2017 that she asked me to come. And she's like, lady, I just want you to come. And so she had 2 assignments. She said, if you can't make this one, I want to make this. And so I asked her, I said, what is your desire? give me your desire and I'll make it happen. She said, I would like for you to come to the tea. I said, then we'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. So again, thank you. But as I looked at the theme, looked at the flyer that went out, she told me, let God out his way. She didn't give me a topic, but I looked at the theme and it says, let's get dressed. And so when I looked at the theme, I said, let's get dressed. I said, okay, God, what is it that you would have me to impart into those who would be assembled today under the sound of my voice? And simply, he dropped in my spirit the topic, let's get dressed for success. It's important that we prepare and get dressed for success. I'm going to read to you, or regurgitate, because I know all of you, I'm sure, have heard it and have read it. But he dropped in my spirit Ephesians 6. I'm going to read through verse 10 through 17. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Amen. And as he dropped this in my spirit, before I go any further, I would like to appreciate my executive board that traveled here from Oregon. And then my son who dropped in, he has a minister at Tracy Davis function today, so he's in the area. They ministered at 11, and so I'm here ministering at 1, so we want to appreciate him. He's the only man here, so we say amen. I'm sure to intercede and amen for his mom and just to be a support. But as I read this passage of scripture, this is what God took me to. I immediately began to seek our deity for what he would have me to disseminate today. He instructed me to go to this passage of scripture, and as I regurgitated it, he dropped this topic in my spirit. He told me to encourage the women to dress for success. I know all of us make a concerted effort to adorn ourselves for special occasions such as this. It takes time to ensure that the outfit is appropriate for the event that you are attending. It's a necessity that you have everything on point. That's one of the young people's amen. Praise. And I'm surrounded by young men, but they always say, you got to be on point. You must have everything on point from head to toe. You start with ensuring you select the right hairstyle or the hat for the outfit you chose. Then we proceed to choose the perfect accessories that will complement our outfit and our hair. Because as women, if we have the right style, we need the right accessories to ensure everything is in order. To complete our look, then we pick out the perfect shoes. We look at the outfit. Okay, let me see what shoes is going to match with this. We pick out the shoes and the handbag. And then we are ready for the event. Many of us, if not all of us, have a full mirror. So once we are completely dressed, we go to that mirror, take a final look from there to toe, to make sure everything is in place and that it's fitting correctly. No strings are hanging, no spots are on it, especially those who wear white. And our hair is in place, and our jewelry is secure and laying perfect. You say inwardly, now I'm ready, or I'm good to go. If it takes all of this into prepare for a successful event, how much more will it take us in the spirit? God sent me, Dr. Lott, from Portland to remind us it's time to do a wardrobe change in order to ensure our success in the next session of 2018. He revealed to me that many of you have been experiencing issues that you never imagined you would have to endure in this first session of 2018. The enemy's desire was to sift you as fruit, but you are still here. And that's because of your assignment he has predestined you to fulfill. He's not satisfied with us just existing. He wants us to have life and have it more abundantly. That's why he told us in St. John 10:10, the enemy cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. But I come that you might have life. What is that? Not only that you have life, but that you have it more abundantly. He wants us to live regardless to what is transpiring in our lives. So he said in Hebrews, he will always be a constant. Chapter 13, verse 5, in the B clause, he said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. He assures us in his word in Psalms 34:19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but he promised to deliver us out of every one of them. But not only will he deliver us, he also encouraged us in Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in who? In us. So he does have a plan. The first 5 months has been an endurance test. And God presented the test to see if you will still be consistent with the assignment he's given us. Will we continue to seek him in the midst of the test? Will we continue to come to church in the midst of the test? Would we continue to praise in the midst of the test? Would we continue to give in the midst of the test? Would we continue to love the unlovable in the midst of the test? Let me take a moment to explain what an endurance test is. An endurance test is testing technique where a system is tested with a load extended over a significant amount of time to analyze the behavior of the system under sustained use. This type of testing is performed at the last stage of a performance run cycle. Did you hear me? This test is performed at the last stage of a performance run cycle. It ensures that the application is capable enough to handle the extended load without any deterioration of response time. Without any deterioration of response time. God's question for us is, how will you react if I allow the chaos to hit your house? But because he is omniscient and he already knew how we would react, he still allowed it so we, as a whole, could assess our stress. There are several goals of endurance testing, but this is one I wanted to highlight today. It's to ensure that after a long period, the system time will remain the same or better than the start of the test. The goal that the system will remain the same or better. So it goes back after you suffer. There is a glory that's about to be revealed. This was the purpose of the test. Our test came to increase our response time. When I get overloaded with the cares of this world, my response to the load will be, I'm going to move faster. I came to encourage you When you get overloaded or overwhelmed in the midst of everything that you're going through, it's not the time to back up. It's not the time to slow down. But it's time to pick up the pace. And let's go. We can't wallow in what it is that we're going through. Because if you wallow, then the enemy's job is to come in and overtake you. But our immediate response should be when he attacks. We gotta fight back with the word. 1 Corinthians 13, 10 and 13 state, he will not let me be tempted above that I am able. He has already given us an evacuation plan so we can bear it. So in the midst of it, we have to change our vocabulary. We can't continue to say, I can't take this. I can't do this. Or I'm not going to do this. I'm going to step away because I don't have to take all this. I don't know about you when you reach that time. And many of us, if we be transparent, and I'm a transparent first lady, I reach that point, I say, you know what? I don't have to do this. I don't have to take this. And that's just the real talk of it. But God is saying, no, we can't put that in our vocabulary. Our president, before the president, 45 that we had, said, yes, I can. Yes, he did. And then the word said, yes, I can. I can do all things through Christ. So anything that I put my mind to, and as long as I keep him the centralized source, I can. That strengthens me. He had me regurgitate this passage of scripture in your hearing today to admonish you to prepare for success. Success just does not happen. But you got to prepare for it. We see many of our entertainers, we see many of those who are succeeding now. They have to start somewhere. We think they just hit the big screen. We look at, amen, Taraji. We look at all of those who are here. No, they started. They started working behind the scenes. But as they were diligent behind the scenes, it prepared them to be up front. God said, I know it feels like you're behind the scenes, but it's the behind the scenes where you receive your preparation. Because in a play, and I love theater, for those who go to the theaters, it's behind the curtain that every scene changes. And then when they open it up now, it's another scene. The pressure is reaching its point because God says behind the scenes, I'm working on you. Not only am I working on you, I'm about to work through you. So please brace yourself. You can handle the pressure. Everything that you have to go through in the first session of 2016. And we're not at the end, and I'm going to get to there. But God was preparing you for everything that he's about to use you to do in the second half of 2018. That's why he said we must prepare for success. As I go back and reference our topical scripture, he's telling us to be strong in him. Because he knew in order for us to win this race, that we have to seek him. That's why he tells us in 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. He began to reveal that to Paul. And then Paul began to say in one of his most tumultuous times, most gladly will I rather glory in my infirmity. When I'm going through, that's why we have to set the atmosphere with our praise, because our praise is what's going to take us over. So we have to glory in the infirmities, that the power of Christ will rest upon me. It's not the power of your neighbor. It's not the power of your mother. It's not the power of your father. It's not the power of your husband. It's not the power of your cousin. It's not even the power of your first lady, but it's the power of Christ that shall rest in you. Many times we get distracted because we're looking at how the power It's being manifested in others. But God said, don't you worry about them. He said, I just need for you to glory in whatever it is that you're going through. He said, because if you glory in this, you're going to see my power. It's going to manifest in you. You'll be able to have the power to tread upon everything that that power. Power to tread on every serpent. That's why we got to stand, and we have to stand strong. Because everything that comes to this, know that you have the power. We don't have to back down for any attack. We don't have to back down for anybody, because as long as we have Christ, He has given us the power, amen, to get the victory. Amen. So we must change our stand against every tactic and assault of the devil. Yes. Why? Because he is walking to and fro. Yes. As a roaring lion. Yes. And I say roaring because the enemy always sells wolf tickets. He sells wolf tickets. He makes things look worse than they actually are. So as a roaring lion, he's trying to scare us. He's trying to back us up. He's trying to pump fear. But God said, I have not given you the spirit of fear. He said, I'm not giving you. If that spirit overtake you, it didn't come from God. You better acknowledge it comes from the enemy. He said, but power and love, a sound mind. He said, I've given it to you. So the confusion that you're experiencing is not of God. It's the enemy. He said, I will bring you peace that passes all understanding. You don't even know why you have peace, Lady Robinson, in the midst of that situation. But God said it's my peace because you know I'm working this out for you today. Because He said I'm working everything out. All things. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, everything in between that. He said all of it. The sour, the sweet. He said I'm working it. Yes. All together. But it's going to work for your good. Why? He said, because you've been called according to my purpose. Yes. He said, that's why it's about to work for you. But not according just to my purpose, but because you love me. That's it. You love me. And because you love me with your whole heart. And love, it doesn't mean you're perfect. It's not perfection. Because men look out the outward appearance. So when we walk in our first presentation, all we see is the outward. And people want to judge us from the outward appearance. But God said, men look on the outward appearance, but I look on the heart. This is a heart thing. God said, I'm taking a look at your heart. And what is your heart in the midst of what you're going through? Because He knew that we would want to throw in the towel. He knew we would want to give up. He knew that we would want to go home and hide. He knew we would want to get out of bed. He knew that it would be overwhelming. We just want to say, hey, I can't bear whatever it is we were going through. He knew we would go through the persecution. He knew we would be criticized. He knew we would be set up. He knew it, and not just set up, but intentionally set up. He knew that there would be a snare that was set for us. He knew all of this. But He said, you know what? I'm working for your good. And what did Job say when he was going through? Because Job was a perfect and upright man. He was one that eschewed evil. Anything that looked like evil, he stayed away from it. But it didn't stop him from going through. Because as the enemy was roaring, God recommended Job. He said, have you considered him? My servant Job. God, he just wanted me to let you know today, and this is not in my notes, I'm going away from my notes, but God said He recommended you for the adversity. He recommended you for the test. Why did He recommend you for the test? Because He knew at the end that you would still be standing. So it did give us a different perspective about our go through. When we're going through it. When we change our perspective and change our mentality, when we go through, we'll say, okay, God, you recommended this. You must have something that you want me to do and get out of this. You have purpose for my go through. So what is it that you want me to learn? I always say when God allows a test to come, it's so that His glory will be revealed, or there is a lesson. There you go. That He's teaching us, that He wants us to learn. And in that lesson, we have to ensure that we don't get so inundated with our go through that we miss the lesson.
Yes.
Because there is a lesson. There is something that he is teaching us in the midst of it. So as a good student, you know what? I have to block out all distractions. And this is where in school where they called them nerds, because they were so focused on fulfilling their assignment, because they had a goal in mind that they were trying to do. So those who were playing around and those who weren't serious will always try to bully and tease the nerds because, oh, you doing all this. But when they came to the nerds are our doctors, the nerds are our attorneys, the nerds are those who are captains. So why are you going to tease me? You're going to need me one day. You're going to need me as an attorney. Oh, you're going to have to come see me because you're going to have to, even if you're not sick, you still have to have an annual physical. You're still going to have to have your eyes checked. So I'm tuning you out. And that's what we have to do in the spirit realm. We got to tune all the distractions and noise out. I don't care what you're saying, but I have a goal in mind. I don't care how you look at me, but I have a goal in mind. Because as women, we tend to get offended and we allow it to affect us. And why do we allow it to affect us? Because we are nurturers, and we're ones that want to embrace everyone, but understanding that everyone is not going to embrace us, especially when you've been anointed and you've been called of God. Everyone is not going to embrace the assignment that God has for you. So when we come to that conclusion and understand and we stay focused, we don't allow these distractions to get to us. I often say the enemy comes because he wants a response.
Right.
He's not deserving of a response.
That's good.
You're trying to get a response out of me, but you're not even deserving of a response. Because what we have to say is that the enemy does not dictate to us. We dictate to him. So when we stand on that, and this is what the Apostle Paul was saying in Matthew 6, that's why we have to stand against every tactic and assault of the devil, because we need to tell him that I got this.
All right.
And we can't say it lightly. I don't know about you. There's some people who just don't get the message if you talk. Not today. It's not a good day. Don't bring this to me today. No, I'm trying. Don't bring this to me. And they're not hearing you. But you have to stand and you say, and then when you stand firm, I said, not today. A stern voice, you can't bring me this today. Then it's like, okay, I hear you. That's what we have to do when the enemy comes in. Because many of us, because we've been here a long time, we have been saved a long time, we haven't been saved a long time, but at least been saved a certain amount of years, and we feel like, oh, I got this. I know how he's coming. I know I've seen this before, so I can handle this. But the thing about it is, yes, you got it, but he also has a scouting report on you. He scouts you every day to try to see what he can do to overtake you. And he knows which button to push at the right time. Because that's why we have to ensure that we have on the whole armor. Because if he pushes the right button at the right time, he just might get a response. And that response could forfeit everything you worked for, everything you prayed for, everything you fasted for, everything that you read, it could forfeit it just that quick. That's why Jesus told us in Matthew 24:23, if it were possible, he said, they should. Many a times we read the scripture and we say it, we rephrase it, but we really need to get and look what was Jesus saying. They shall deceive the very elect. Excuse me. Yes. Who shall? Who are the they? We're looking for a spirit to come and to deceive us many times. But one thing we fail to realize that the deception comes through entities. And it will open us to enemy attack. In order for us to secure our victory, we must ensure that the whole armor is in place. Just like I went through in the natural, we have to make sure everything we can put on, amen, is dressed without putting on, as it was a little see-through here, put on the slip, because then I will be exposed. Then you can't put on the shoes and then not put on the dress, because you'll be exposed. And then you can't put on the shoes and the dress, and this old lady sit here and not put on our undergarments, because then we'll still be exposed. So we have to ensure that everything is put on. But not only is everything put on, but it has to be in the right place. So it is with our spiritual armor. We can't put on half the armor and say I'm good. No, you have to put on every piece of the armor in order to proceed. And you can't put on your sister's armor. Many times I had sisters, and so we grew up in the house together, and we borrowed each other's clothes. Oh, let me borrow this. Let me borrow this. Can I wear this cover? Yes, we did that. But in the spirit, you can't put on anyone else's armor. You can't have someone else, let me borrow your armor. You have to put on your own armor to secure your own victory. Isn't this what Saul tried to do to David when it was time to go to battle? But David said, I can't use your armor. I can't even fit your armor. He said, I'm going to have to put on my own armor. I'm going to have to use what works for me. And that's what we must do when others try to give us their armor. We have to say, I don't mean no harm. Not trying to offend you, but I can't put on your armor. I have to use for work for me. So if your musician and playing has given you the victory, I want to encourage you to keep playing. If your psalmist and singing has given you the victory, I want to encourage you today to keep singing in the midst of your battle. If your teacher and teaching has given you the victory, when you're going through, don't stop teaching. Continue to teach, because that's going to give you the victory. If you're an intercessor and it has given you the victory, I just came to encourage you, keep interceding, because it's going to give you the victory.